Hey guys.
Hi, everyone.
To Gee whiz. Debbie's here, Jody's here, Shelby's here, Jenny, Shauna, Louise, Julie. Nice. Thanks, guys. What's everybody been doing since yesterday? Everybody playing? Hey, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Oh my gosh. Hello, Coo. Did you mean cuckoo? Wowza. So I didn't open a thing last night to prep anything because I knew if I did, that's what I would have done. I would have never left the table. Hey, Joanne.
Hi, Joanne. Hi, Shelby.
So, Mags, this is the one you said you wanted to see, right? The fine line one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that the water-based one?
Yes, I think so. I'm going to open it up and we'll see.
Oh, fun, Jody.
Nice. Studio overhaul. Hey, Juanette. Hey, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
This one has the little paper instructions. Let's see. Let's see if it tells one how to use it.
Hi, Christine. Hi, Sherry.
I don't normally read directions, but... So this is a fine line crackle varnish for imitating the cracks of old porcelain. It's water-based 2-component system. Apply the first component onto the surface. After complete drying, apply the second component using a brush or your fingers. The cracks can be highlighted by rubbing solvent-based coloring, for example, Pentart liquid patina or antique paste, into the surface. Leave to dry for a day, then apply a Pentart solvent-based varnish to make the surface waterproof and protect from frost. I don't normally think of protecting things from frost, but okay. I'll go with it. Oh my gosh. Hey, Christine. Hey, Sherry. So the first part, let's see. It didn't say to use a brush for the first part, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to assume that that's what I do. Look, I lost one, guys.
Oh, no.
I know. And I was in too much of a hurry to put one on before I came on. So, no, now everybody knows they really are just glue-ons. I'm really not high maintenance.
Hi, Janine.
Let's see here. Hey, Janine. Hey, Sandy. Oh, and just so you guys know, both boxes, I may have to repeat this later. Megs, will you remind me if I need to? Both boxes from Louise are here and Janine. So I have a little more sorting to do, and my packing supplies came in today. So tomorrow we'll be getting everything packed up, weighed up, getting everybody's shipping costs, and then I should be able to invoice. So I'll either have those out to you by tomorrow night sometime, or some may go Saturday. It'll just depend. But I will for sure have them out before the weekend's over. Oh, I decided I had on a hooded sweatshirt. Whew. Got very warm very quickly. I was like, ugh.
Hi, Diana. You must not have heard me, Janine. Hi.
I know, Michelle. I know. Do you feel better? So how thick of a coat do you guys think I should put on of this first coat? It doesn't say.
I'm pretty sure the thicker a coat, and I don't know if it matters, but the thicker I think it's the wider the crack. No. Yeah, now I forget.
I think you're right. I think the thicker, the deeper the cracks, right? The bigger and deeper, the wider, the thicker.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so we'll go with a thinner. We can always do another one different. I did have these ready. So these are what we are going to do our practice stuff on. So I'm just going to put A nice, and it says it's quick drying, so we'll see. Oh, I should have used a bigger brush. This is going to take a hot minute.
Thicker takes longer to dry, Jody said.
Yes. That makes perfectly good sense. We'll just see. All right, and I feel like I should probably label some of these things or I'm going to forget. Okay, leave those together. Sticky notes. Sticky notes. Okay.
Sandy says she couldn't get anything to crackle today.
I have trouble with crackle paste too. That's in all the glazes. That's why I was like, I just want to try some of this stuff that's supposed to work. All right. Fine line part 1. Okay. So now we know who that is. So we'll put that one over there. We'll see how long it. Somebody time that. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Debbie Howard said, hello, Patty. I love your ornaments. Are they wood and where do they come from?
These are indeed wood. These came from, so they come just, I don't think I have any unpainted ones. They come as wood color, wood tone, wood color, whatever, from Hobby Lobby. I don't remember. I think there's 6 in a package, maybe. And then I put the rice paper on them. So let's see this one. And when these start drying, and if they dry tonight and crackle, then I'll zoom in closer so you guys can see the crackle on these. So this one is a 2-step water-based crackle varnish. Dries clear, making it ideal for creating a crackled porcelain or aged crackle effect over painted decorative designs or plain base-coated surfaces. It's great for acrylic and picture crackling techniques. It is recommended to use the dry brush horizontally for even distribution. Apply 2 coats of base coat, which is the step 1, and then 1 coat of the step 2 evenly. Fine cracks will appear on drying. Enhance the cracks by rubbing in artist oil paints, wipe off excess, blah, blah, blah. And seal it with a solvent-based varnish. Okay, so 2 coats it is.
Are you sure those are water-based? Because I always thought water, they say water and oil don't mix. So
I think it's like varnish and wax. You can put wax on top of a varnish finish, but you cannot put varnish on top of wax.
Okay.
So I think it's kind of that situation.
Hey, Lorna.
And anything that I say that's incorrect, please feel free to correct it because heaven only knows. And my knowledge base is limited to like mostly furniture, to tell you the truth. Furniture, painting, finishing stuff, not mixed media stuff. So to me, it kind of stands to reason that a lot of the things would be the same, but I can see where they'd be different too. So if I have to put on 2 coats, I would let these 2 coats dry in between, I think, right?
Yeah, I would think so.
Oh, and they said horizontally, and I'm totally going vertically. Oh, well. I guess it depends on which way you tip the ornament. I guess it would be horizontal if I turn it sideways. And these are super duper cheap brushes. because I wasn't sure what I was going to get into tonight, so I didn't want to have to pay attention to which brush I was using for what. Wow, there. So cheap. This is getting tacky already. Like, I need to quit messing with it already. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Doesn't take much, that's for sure. I feel like we would get some mileage out of that one. So that's the cadence. Cadence. Step
So
one.
that's a different one?
Yeah. This is, that's the one I'm using this time.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep. Putting a little sticky note over there, setting these on the sticky note so I can see who's who. Okay. So then, because I know some of you were really after, oh my gosh, pick a phrase, Patty. As excited about the crackle stuff as I was. So I figured we'd just start with those. And then while they're drying, we can play with the other stuff. Okay, so that's step 2. This is step 1. Oh my gosh, could they make this print any smaller? Transparent cracking gel. 2-component water-based system for creating transparent cracked surfaces. Excellent for glass decoration. Component 1, apply to the surface in an even layer, allow to dry, protect from frost, replace cap tightly.
I guess they don't want you to put it out in the wintertime.
I guess not. They never well, let me read bottle 2, see what it says. Transparent crackling 2 parts. After component 1 dried, apply to the surface, depth, and oh, I can't tell what that says. It is so tiny. Depth and network of the cracks open on 2 layers, blobbity, blobbity, blah. Easy to use with a stencil. Oh, interesting. You can use these with a stencil too. Nice. Okay. So this is the crackling gel. So we'll see.
I was interested to see how that worked too, the gel.
I know. Well, and especially when you look at the size difference, I feel like you're supposed to use a lot of this. Like, I feel like...
Yeah, it's strange that one's one size.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is similar to the crackling paste primer. I'm wondering if I got extra primers. Because the primer, see, it's the crackling paste primer. Yeah. I'm wondering if that is the same as this stuff. Oh.
So while you're doing that, Patty, I'm going to talk to them for a minute. I've got to get this over with.
Sure.
Okay, so everyone, I'll be posting in the group whenever I hear anything. But Lori told me it was okay to let you all know that her and her husband have developed COVID and they're both in the hospital. And it's going to be a really long haul before they're okay again. So if you'd please say a prayer for them. And I'll try to keep you posted. I don't know how often I'll hear, but when I do, I'll put something in the group. And if you have any questions, you can send me a message in Messenger, or you can email me and I'll answer, anybody that inquires. So I just want to let you know, because I know a lot of you have been wondering why Lori hasn't been coming on with me on Tuesdays. And that's why. Her husband went into the hospital, I think about a week ago, and she was homesick with it, but they took her to the hospital today because I believe it has turned into pneumonia and it's affecting their lungs. So that's why it's going to be a long haul for them to get better. So that's all I wanted to say. And thank you for all the prayers that you'll be sending their way. I will, Juanette. I'll post in the group whenever, I get any news, and I don't know how often or how, long in between that's going to happen. But I know they'll let me know, if there's any changes.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. Please do not be a bit sorry. I just want to give them a minute in the chat. Everybody wants
Right.
to, so you guys do what you need to do. So you gave me the sniffles, Mags.
Sorry. I gave myself sniffles.
Oh my gosh. Right, Auntie Mame? I know. The only part of this online stuff that really stinks is when you know somebody just needs a hug. You can't just reach out and give them that hug. Even though I'm not the hugger type, just saying. So, hey, Corky.
Hi, Corky.
Yep, prayers are always good, you guys. Always, always. So, I like the idea of doing cards. That would be really nice. I think. Of course, the hospital they're at may not think it's so nice, but I do. Exactly, Jenny. Exactly. There you go, Juanette. You get them.
Yes, Juanette's a nurse, so please listen to her, any advice she has.
This girl's on her daily regimen, and I've never been a vitamin girl, if that helps you out any. So I want to try this liquid rust stuff. So we've got the base coats on all of the crackles drying. So then I want to do this liquid rust. Like, I'm dying. Look how tiny this writing is, you guys. You guys might even be able to read it better in the camera than I can in person. So it's to imitate rusty patches. Make stripes and patches to the surface by using a thin brush. Replace cap tightly. Protect from frost. I wonder if their frost, if the translation is our moisture. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's very harmful to swallow. Don't drink it. And don't lick your fingers. Okay, thin brush. Let's see. How thin of a brush? That might be the thinnest brush I have. All right.
Michelle says use your phone to magnify it.
I know, but that requires an extra step. And then I have nothing left to complain about. What would I complain about then? All right. In light of things going on out in the real world, I feel like I really have nothing to complain about. Not really. I do think I'm going to put a glove on though. Oh my gosh, you guys. So when we got done last night, Maggie was still on with me. I opened this bottle. Do you think I was smart enough to shake it first? No. This stuff is literally liquid stain. It's like wood stain. It's that liquid. It was in, I could see every single mark in my skin. Like, you know how like if you get those liquidy stains on you, how like your skin instantly looks like you're 110 years old. And so now I have this cool like brown undertone on my fingers from this stuff. I was able to get most of it off. And I have totally broken in my mat. There's a brown stain on the mat underneath of here that I couldn't get off. So if anybody gets this, just know it's really, really liquid. And it is very noxious. Like the fumes will totally get your attention. Just saying. All right, so that one's open all the way. Okay.
Hi, Lucy.
Hey, Lucy. Right, Diana? Is everybody doing better? I don't know why I feel the need to talk louder, but somehow that seems like you can hear me better if I talk. Oh my gosh. And I look at this. I don't know what I have all. That's from when we were opening the alcohol inks and I didn't wash them. Look.
Oh.
They're glued shut. Oh, there they go.
Oh.
Okay. One moment. A little bit of a cleanup.
Hey, Suzanne. I don't think I said hi to you.
Hey,
And
Suzanne.
anybody else that I might have missed?
You sure don't want to play with something, Megs?
No, not really.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah. But also they want to know all the different stuff so they'll know what they want to, buy from that place.
So did you get all the rice papers picked out yet?
No. I did get a few. There's 27 pages of them, and I don't know which page what's on.
I know it's nuts, right? See, this is where I always get confused. Like, I know it's not that big a deal, but see the bubble at the top in the tube there?
Yeah.
I never know where for sure to cut these things. Because I know if I cut it down, then I'm going to splatter this stuff everywhere. If I cut it too high, then I don't get past the
I start high, and if you can see, that there's a hole there. And so I just keep cutting until I can see the hole.
Okay. I took your advice. I went way high on it. I didn't splatter, and I think I came in just under the thingy. Thanks, Mags.
Sure.
Okay. So I don't know where I'm supposed to put this to brush it on. How am I supposed to brush it on if it's a drippy bottle?
So what is this again? Because I missed it.
Liquid rust.
Oh, the liquid rust. Okay. So you don't want it everywhere, right?
Right. I don't know if I have to shake it or not, but we'll see.
Well, it probably wouldn't hurt.
Hey, at least I remember to put my finger over it. Well, it's not very, for as liquidy as it is, it doesn't run. See that?
Yeah.
But you can kind of guide it where you want it to go.
Yeah, maybe that's all you do is what you're doing now. And then once it dries, it's supposed to look just like rust.
Maybe. We'll see.
That's a cool color.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa says brush it on. Are you applying the rust to metal?
Well, it's painted metal. And then I'm going to turn it over on the back side and do it and see what it does. So I want to see what it does on top of the paints when it dries. It's very yellow. It's very curious.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if it changes color or if it's just, when it goes in the cracks.
Right? Let's do it here. See, it still wants to just kind of beat up.
Yeah, that might not adhere to the metal.
It may not. Oh, I think it's going to. Look what it's doing to the metal, though. It's going to do something.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll give that some time and see what it does. That's interesting. I like the way it's changing the color of the like galvanized look of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like it's knocking back the sheen. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we'll put that one aside and see what it does. We'll let this one dry and bring it back. Wash the brush. Put the lid on. Oh, I know what else I wanted to try this on. I wanted to try it on.
Does it, Julie wants to know, does it specify it if it'll work on porous or non-porous surfaces?
It doesn't really say. It just says on here, it's to make rusty patches. Make stripes and patches to the surface by using a thin brush. Replace the cap tightly.
And Jenny's asking if it's alcohol based.
I have. I don't know. I don't know. I don't see the ingredients. And see, it's even sitting wet on my glove. See? It's interesting stuff, to say the very least. Yeah, I'm not sure I even see the ingredient. Oh, wait. Nope.
They don't always give you the ingredients.
Yeah, there's some sort of, I don't know if it's alcohol or what it is. I'm going to hold it up really close right there. Maybe you guys can see it. See it right. I don't know if you
Where your finger is?
Well, just above it, like right there.
I can't read that.
Me either. Because it's not in English, so I have no idea.
Oh my
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It does, it's totally different than alcohol ink. Like look what it's doing to the actual metal.
Yeah, the alcohol ink would stick and dry to the metal.
Right. And see, this is how shiny it was. So it is totally changing the metal. But it says you can use it on finished products, but this just doesn't look like rust to me necessarily.
No,
it's
it doesn't.
very
Not that yellow.
So I don't know. I think I'm going to like it on metal itself, but it definitely makes a layer. Like I'm going to get this up as close as I can. There it is. See how it almost makes a.
Is it orangey in the cracks? Because that's what it looks like.
Yes.
Okay.
It's rusty down in the divots. So I feel like.
Luna says it's oxidizing it.
Yeah. So I feel like if you left it on and didn't spread it out, left it as like puddles or droplets, I think it's going to be more rusty. We'll see. I'm going to do just this one little thingy there and see if it stays darker instead of lighter. See, now it'll move around on top of itself some. That's interesting. Interesting. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to tip it though so that it'll stay down at the end instead of all going down toward the molded piece. We'll see what that one does. And I'll keep showing you guys this one. It's totally thanks for the word there, Lorna. It's totally oxidizing it. That's very cool. I like that. I do like it on the metal. So I'm going to not do it on this. Oh, I was going to do these. I want to see what these, oh, well, these pastes I was going to use on the crackles. That's what I was going to do with those. And the varnishes. So let's do, I brought black paint so we could play with this velvet powder stuff too. On this. I was going to paint it ahead of time, and then I was like, wait, the paint has to be wet.
Lucy wants to know, are there any videos online that show you how to use these products?
I haven't looked yet. But you can bet your bippy I'm gonna. Some of the girls that if what are their names? The one I know by heart is Inspiration from the Soul. She uses a lot of these products, and her work is just amazing.
She's on YouTube. Let me see if I can get her link.
Thanks, Megs. So the only, like, I don't even want to say knowledge, but like exposure that I have to any of this stuff is from watching decoupage artists who do, I mean, I don't know. It is decoupage, but they do so much more than decoupage. Their stuff is just amazing. And I don't have a hope in the world of being as skilled as they are. Just kind of like to be able to, you know, play with the stuff and
here's the link. That's Inspiration from the Soul.
Thanks, Megs.
Yeah. Yeah, she really is awesome.
I feel like I'm going to regret this because I didn't seal. Ooh. I should have probably sealed this first, but oh well. This stuff comes out weird. Can you guys see how it comes out? This is kind of fun. I feel like kids would love, my inner 12-year-old is having so much fun right now. And my paint dried a little too fast, I think. But it definitely...
Okay, so what is that stuff?
The velvet powder.
Oh, the velvet powder.
And it doesn't come out of there like you think it would.
Does it look like velvet?
Yes. Like, I'm going to pick up my paper here in a minute and show you guys. I don't know why it's not sticking on the one part of this paint, but I'm going to put another coat on this. But I could see doing this with a clear. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it with the black paint. See where it's a little different colored? Or more textured?
Yeah, it's hard to really see it on
yeah, if I'd have done it in, yes, I should have done it in the clear. But look, here on this paper, oh my gosh, I have it all over my desk. It's going to look like I shaved a beard up here. This is funny. This you might like legit want a box to do it in. But look at it.
Oh, that looks cool just like that.
Yeah, it looks like when you cut velvet and you get all the velvet fuzz. Yeah, I'm going to need more of this in my life. Hold on. Because I think
comes in different colors too.
I think so, because I have it in black and brown. See the little fuzzy balls moving around? Nice. This could be dangerous. So I wonder if you could put that back, like, and it even feels like velvet on your finger. Like, I am positive this is the stuff they used to use on all the vintage things that we love that all have a vintage, and you can feel the velvet here too. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love this stuff.
We can tell.
This is going to be a thing. It is. It is. It is. All right, more paint. More paint. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to get more of this. Oops.
Lucy said they're currently out of stock of the Burgundy Velvet.
Of course they are. It's Christmas time.
Jody said she'd like to try it on a worn Night Before Christmas book. Her dad reads every Christmas Eve. The fuzzy part of the book is gone now. That would be cool.
That would be perfect, Jody. And like all the vintage cards that we like that all have that like velvety flocking situation, I feel like this is that. Let me get this paint really wet so it'll stick. There we go. You kind of just got to find your way with it, and then it you can kind of tell when you've got no air left in there to like poof it out. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh, it's just blowing everywhere. It's hilarious, actually.
I just saw it.
Okay, so this side you should be able to see that all the paint sheen is gone. And this side you can see where I didn't get enough wet paint and get it covered. The paint dried before I got it on there. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff. Yes. Yes, yes. If you like all the tactile things, you'll want this in your life. For sure. Okay, so the neat trick is going to be seeing if I can put this stuff back in the bottle like we do glitter. That'll be interesting. Oh, and you can definitely tell when you get paint in it. Interesting. So I got the black and the brown. But you know what? You can't hardly see that repair once you start putting. That's nice. That's what I was curious about, is if it was going to really show if you come back in to repair it, and it doesn't. Nice. So like, see right there where I redid it, you can't even see it. So up here where it's still shiny, that's where there isn't any yet. And it came off the picture and the frame for the most part. So like once I knew it was dry, it's down in the divots of the mold. But I'm not sure that bothers me that much. Oh, it taps right out. It taps right out. So that's cool. So now we know what the black velvet does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if we can put that away. Oh my gosh. I can't even tell I used any. This stuff is going to last a good long time. You might be inclined to find out. I don't know. Part of me wants to figure out if there's a way you could put more of it on at one time. Like a heavier layer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ooh. You know what that looks like, don't you? Oh. Now I have more to clean up. If this even works. Yep, it does. It will indeed go back in your bottle.
I wonder if you could brush that on with a brush.
I don't know how you would pick it up with a brush.
Well, I mean, than trying to squeeze it out like you were.
Well, I was
Hey,
thinking
Penny.
like a salt shaker might be easier than the poofing, but I don't know. I'm going to play with it like this first, and I don't know, if I make it to a Dollar Tree some point this weekend, I might see if I can find, but like those little balls that you see rolling around in there, those aren't going to come out the salt shaker, so they're just going to clog it up. All right, so there's that. So I have the black and the brown. So there's those two. Let's see. What else is there? Just the patinas. So, and the varnishes. So let's see if these guys are dry. Oh, this is dry. So this is the fine line. That's this set.
So are you going to add varnish to it
Yep.
for the cracks?
I'm gonna do the part 2. Yep. The part 2. Okay. I just shook that, and I probably shouldn't have, because I think, all right, you girls that use these things, this is something I don't want to get bubbles in, right? It's like regular varnish. You don't want air bubbles in it, right? So I probably shouldn't be shaking them. Okay, so I did all of my first coat this way. I'm going to do my second coat the opposite way.
Is there color to it?
It's like an amber. It's like honey color almost. And it definitely lets you know if you're overworking it. I'm one of those people, I have to remind myself not to brush everything 6 times.
I mean, when you're brushing that on, do you see cracks or do you have to wait till that dries?
You have to wait. Yeah, you have to wait for it to dry.
Okay.
But I already feel like it's going to work better than the, because it's, I can see it separating a little bit where I didn't get enough on when I first initially brushed it on. Oh, you can tell it's going to. You can see it trying to crackle already. You can see where it's going to. Hold on. It's got like that. Let me catch the glare. See it?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You can kind of see where it's already going to crackle. So that's cool. All right. So that one we did on step 2. Water base. So I can stick that in the water for a minute. All right, that's those 2. So then this one is the cadence. That's this one. That was 1 coat. Paintbrush. This one. See, now this one has a sediment in the bottom of the bottle.
Maybe you should shake that one.
I don't know what that's about. Yep, I should shake it.
Did you just open it up?
In my hand. Yep. Welcome to Patty's world. That's how it goes all the time. So we're not shaking that one up. It is what it is. As it is. All right. And this is how it works for me almost all the time. Okay, so horizontal. This one's super sticky. Holy cow. Like my fingers are about to stick together. Okay, so there's, catch the light. There we go. That's what that one looks like wet.
So once it's dried, then you have to put like a color on it, don't you, to show the cracks? Yeah.
Yep, super sticky though. Look at it. So when I pick something up in a little while and I can't let go of it, it's not my fault.
Michelle said most mixed media artists rarely use any sealers / varnishes for coverage purposes. It's a different mindset than what you use on furniture.
True. But that being said, the ones that I'm watching all use the varnishes because they want them over the images. They want a high gloss on the images, and the rest of it, they don't high gloss. But like the ones they do like these where they have the images as focals, a lot of them will put high gloss. And they don't do it for every single one, but they do a lot of high gloss on those. That I have noticed. All right, so that cadence one is done. Let's see, where are we at with this guy? This is the one that wanted to, well, shoot, I can take these off now. I'm already all sticky. This one's not dry yet. That's the one that would be the crackle paste. Hey, Penny.
Do you want to go wash your hands?
I do actually. Thanks, Mags.
Sure. So has anyone decided what they want to get from this company? I know I definitely want some of those rice paper images. Lots of rice paper. Yep, me too, Janine.
Okay. Yeah, and I can't remember. Juanette, was it you asking if I would adhere a piece of rice paper because you were struggling with it? So I brought stuff so I could do that. I feel like it was Juanette, and I may totally be calling her out and be wrong. So this one isn't dry yet. So that one I may wind up having to do pictures of. Oh my gosh. This desk is going to look like a 5-year-old was here.
Hi, Vicky.
Hey, Vicky.
Hi, Libby.
Yeah, wash my hands. I'm terrible. If it dries before I get there, then I'll just keep going and I'll wash them when I'm all done. I'm
Louise,
so bad. Go ahead, Max.
Louise, do you have the link to that place Libby missed the name of the company?
Okay. So, oh, and that makes me think. I want to ask you guys, because I know some of you totally know about modeling paste. I need some modeling paste help. Evidently, I am like too dumb to figure it out. And when I show you guys, you're all going to be like, well, Patty, and I'll be like, oh. But truly, I need some guidance. So I want to use this one. And there's 9,000 ways to do this, you guys. So I'm not trying to pretend like I'm teaching anybody anything. I'm just doing it the way I do it.
Juanette said, yes, it was me that needed to know more about rice papers.
You got it, girly. So this is just the way I get them separated. All right, so there's that.
Oh, she's cute.
Isn't she cute? And then for this stuff, some of you guys have seen this before. I get this on Amazon, and that's the brand right there. Oh.
What is that, matte medium?
Yeah, this is the wrong one, though.
That says modeling paste.
Yes, this is the one I wanted to ask them about. Hold on, let me go get the matte medium. That's the wrong one. That's the one I wanted to ask them about, but it still came from, I want to know the differences.
Well, I know one thing. Once you open it and you leave it too long, it's going to dry up.
Right?
You got to, use it frequently.
Hold on 1 second. I'm looking for one more thing as long as I'm in here.
Did you ask Vicky a question?
No?
Oh, because she said it's is the best way. Oh, she was answering Penny. The way to learn is to ask questions.
Okay. So this is the one I get. I get all of those. All of these handy arts I get on Amazon. And they're big. You get 32 ounces for like $16 and free shipping. So this is the medium that I like it for decoupage. I like it better than Mod Podge. Even though I said, I'm going to use up all this Mod Podge I found that I had. I just don't like Mod Podge. So
you just need to make sure it's securely closed. I have had matte medium for well over 10 years. No, I don't mean the medium, Lucy. I was talking about the modeling paste. I had 3 different kinds and they all turned into rocks, what was left, in the jars. And I know I had put the cover on, but maybe I didn't put it on well enough.
And I will say with rice paper, most of the time you want a white background. That I've learned the hard way. If I paid more attention when I was watching people, I would have saved myself that aggravation.
I know, I learned that way too, the hard way.
But if you want color to show through, then put that color in the background for sure. And for me, that's kind of really all there is to it. Then I just let it dry. Then I just let that dry. And I'll come back with sandpaper, or my very favorite thing is these incredibly cheap nail files, and sand the edges. I've seen so many people. I learned that trick a long time ago from somebody on YouTube. Like when I first started watching YouTube, and I was like, that's the most genius thing ever. But yeah, that's all. For me, that's all there is to adhering it.
What did you glue it to? Juanette wants to know.
I had these little shoot. What are these called, you guys? Canvas boards. Canvas boards, and you can get them at the Dollar Tree.
Hi, Debbie.
Hey, Debbie. There's the label for the Dollar Tree. These are the 4x6, and they come in 5x7 also. I love playing with these. They're like the perfect practice. Like every time I see something, and I like these, when I was just wanted to play around with like different waxes and just coloring, and like what happens if I do play around with the background before I put the rice paper on and things like that. I feel like if it goes badly, I didn't really waste very much. You know what I mean? And for these little things, you use such a little bit of supplies, it's worth the practice time, I think. And I'm not going to learn if I don't play. But I always learn the most when I just bring this stuff and come on live, because you guys are always like, do this, do that, try this, try that. That's when I learn the most, is when I'm here with you guys. But I wanted to show you guys this. So, and somebody's going to know the answer to this in like 2 seconds, and I'm going to feel really dumb, and I'm totally okay with that. So I know a lot of people have these molds. These are the ones like from, I don't know, I got mine from Hobby Lobby, right? They're the icing, like the fondant icing molds. I see so many people putting modeling paste in them. And like,
I don't understand.
I have tried so many kinds of modeling paste, and none of them are working. Every single one of them cracks and crumbles. This came out only but this, shoot, I just knocked over my whatchamajigger. Isn't even really modeling paste. The one that was successful was this fiber paste. And this stuff is expensive. I mean, I don't mind using it, but it's really expensive. I tried heavy body modeling. This is modeling paste, right? Heavy body, or is this glue and I'm just using it inappropriately? See, I really wasn't kidding when I said I have to learn how to use this stuff because I don't know. So then I had this, and granted, this is definitely a lower end. It is. I know that. But it really came out all crumbly, all little crumbles. And then I tried this one. I was like, okay, I'll play with that one. $2. I paid for it on clearance. I'll play with that one. This one didn't work. Well, how do I know if it, but if it says acrylic, it should dry flexible, right? Wouldn't acrylic, now this says use with acrylic, so I'm not saying this one says it's acrylic, but this one says it's acrylic. Right in there it says, or does acrylic medium mean that it's made to be used with acrylic? That just clicked. Did you hear that? Oh my gosh, is that where I screwed up? It doesn't really have acrylic in it. You can't say just no. I've said too many things. I don't know what you're saying no to. Oh my gosh. You think so? The spackle, does some of it have acrylic in it? Because I want to use these and I want them to be flexible so that I can use them on round, like big round ornaments. You know, like some of these all round ones. Oh my gosh, you guys, when I was painting these and I had them all, I had these giant tongue depressors so that have you ever tried to hold on to an ornament and paint the whole thing all the way around without sticking yourself to it? So then I had the florist styrofoam blocks and I was sticking these. It looked like I was making, Maggie, remember I showed you?
Yeah.
It looked like I was making the 5th grade solar system science project. It was pretty funny. It dries like paper. But is it still flexible when you peel it out? Caulking paste.
Yeah, I was going to say flex. They have flex caulking paste that works, and it's flexible.
You know, as soon as you said that, I was like, that is what they're using, the silicone caulking,
yeah,
isn't it?
Alex Flex caulk.
Gotcha. Okay, Michelle, got it. Stamperia cream paste would work great for what you got. So not the heavy, I would need the cream. There's a different one that, oh, for Pete's sake. See, there's so much. I feel like I'm never, go ahead, Max.
Clay. Kat says paper clay.
I have paper clay, and they're not all created equal. I will say that. There's a really nice foam clay that is flexible until it air dries, but it hits like a cure. You know, it's flexible way longer than paper clay. Paper clay, in my experience, once it's dry, it's hard. It is what it is. Unless we're talking 2 different kinds. But my favorite paper clay is the IOD paper clay. Sculpey clay.
Just read the label to see if it dries flexible. That's all Michelle says.
Well, that makes sense too, though. Interesting. I'm going to get some silicone caulk. I'm going to try that. Can you get the silicone caulk in the like squeezy tubes like this size with the little nozzle so you don't have to have the big caulking gun and all of that jazz? I'm going to have to look for it that way. I know it's probably more cost effective to get it in the big thingy, but because Jim's going to look at me like I've lost my mind when I say, so I want to empty out this tube of caulk into this jar.
says, yes, you can. Yes, it's at the dollar store, Kat says.
Nice. You guys just made my day. I've been trying for 2 or 3 days, I can't remember how long, to get these to work, and it's like, what am I doing? And I finally was like, I just need to ask the girls because somebody will know.
So that piece in front of you, what is that? It's not flexible?
This stuff feels like it almost never dries. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I like that it's flexible, and I could glue it down and it'll be fine, but it's very, very porous. So I don't know. And see how you can stretch it?
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would stop once you glued it down, which I know sounds kind of like, well, duh, of course it will. But I'm not sure that it would hold up in the long run and not wind up cracking anyway.
All right. Michelle said, be careful. Silicone caulk in a silicone mold is not a good idea. It won't come out.
Oh, that's right. I'm going to glue silicone to silicone.
Christine E says, paper clay will most likely crack when you try to bend it unless you mold it to the item while it's wet.
Correct. Absolutely correct. And it's heavy. Because like these are so shallow, it's hard to get the paper clay out in one piece. These are incredibly shallow. These are like only an eighth of an inch deep. See how shallow they are? Because they're really for fondant, which will peel right out of them. I mean, you turn it over and you literally just peel this up off of it and walk out the fondant. Tori uses these all the time. But like I can't figure out what they're using in these because they always hold up this jar that says modeling paste and they smear it in there and they bring it back and they have all these pretty little molds that they took out of these kind of pink molds. And for the life of me, I cannot figure out which modeling paste I'm supposed to be using. Hey, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Prima icing paste. Can you drop a link for us for that, Michelle? Somewhere that has it? Does Joggles have it or somebody? So, oh, look at this, you guys. That's what the rusty stuff did on the metal. And this is what it did on top of that other. See, now it looks more rusty. And then here's what the metal looked like before I put the rusty stuff on. It totally Thank you, Lorna. It totally oxidized it.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
I kind of actually really love that. So, and that only took like 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. That was pretty slick. I think I'm going to like the liquid rust stuff. I see a lot. Oh, and it even changed it by texture too. And it doesn't totally change the texture of it. Yeah, I like that a lot. So that was this stuff. And we used it that way and that way.
What a difference, huh?
Right? I wonder what it would do. Let's get these out of the way. And then I'm going to pull those crackles in and see if they're dry yet.
It comes singly, Kat, where she got it from. You're welcome. If you decide you want it, you can go into the group and put it in for the, I don't know what you want to call that, multi-buy on Tuesday.
Group purchase.
Group purchase, that's it. What was the gel that you decoupaged with a few minutes ago.
Oh, that's on Amazon, and that is this one. Look up handy art. Type in handy art, and a whole bunch of stuff comes in. But it's like, it's the 32-ounce bottle, and it's like 16-ish.
Yeah, I like using that too. I don't like using Mod Podge.
This is still tacky. It's not dry yet. This is the first one. This is the fine line one.
It's not dry yet?
Nope. So we'll see. And then this is the Cadence one. It's almost dry. It should be cracked. And I may not be putting on thick enough coats. I'm like really, I don't know. I think I'm crackle finish challenged. I think I don't put on a thick enough coat, but it's one of those things I just need to practice with until I get the hang of it. This does not have any crackles in it yet. And
yeah,
I may need to put
any until it dries completely.
Yeah. And I may need to like I may need to put on a thicker first coat too, because I didn't put on a very thick first coat.
Joanne says, I usually let the fine line air dry overnight.
Oh, okay, cool. So this is the paste one. That's the first coat. This is the one that they said to use 2 coats of. So I am going to go ahead and put another coat on that one. And then we won't be here for me to put the second coat on this, but if you guys remind me, I'll show you Monday, unless I pop back on here. Oh, don't go anywhere though. I do have something to show you guys.
Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie. Okay. Oh, this is the one I put on with the what you call it? Because brushing it just seemed weird. Palette knife, that's what I was looking for. There we go.
Okay, Debbie says, I buy air dry clay at Walmart, put baking powder and dust the mold. Let the clay dry some and put where you put it on with Fabri-Tac.
Yep. Yepper. I just find that most of the time the IOD, but that's the one I started with because I was doing furniture stuff when that came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one I'm familiar with. I know how to use it, so I tend to stick with it. I don't have like the other ones just don't work the same, and I get different results that I am not as familiar with, I think. So I think
that's... mute for a minute.
Do what, honey?
I'm just going to mute for a minute.
Sure. So I think that's why I stay with that one, because I know what it'll do and what to expect. I don't get that like frustrated disappointment thing. So, but anywho, I think that's until I get to like varnishing, I would need these to dry to show you guys. But I feel like you guys all know how to use these. I'm the one trying to catch up, the antique pastes and stuff. And then this is that liquid patina, which is really truly liquid. I had it all over my hands. All I did was open the jar because I was thinking it was going to be more paste, and it is truly like water liquid. It went everywhere really, really quickly, and a drop goes forever. So, yeah. And we did, and this is dry now, and this totally feels velvety. I wish you could see, oh, you can, right there at the top corner right there, the velvet, the paint was dry, so the velvet didn't stick on it. I don't know if it's, there it is. See there where you can see the paint sheen, but then the rest of it is velvety. I love this stuff. Jim better not stand still too long. He might get coated in velvet powder. It could happen. Thank you, Michelle. So, yeah,
Okay.
that was fun. So if you guys could do me a quick favor, if you could hop over there to the thumbs and vote up or down, whichever makes you most happy, I would be ever so grateful. Let's see. I don't think I told you guys about the invoicing and the shipping. All the supplies are here. All the stuff from Janine and Louise is here. Oh, I have something else to show you. That's what I said. Yes, don't go away. I have to clean off my desk. I just have to push stuff back because I have a box to open for you guys. Let's see. Let's get this stuff back out of the way. Everything okay, Mags?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I finally bit the bullet. And actually, I'm going to get this paper off of here too, because it's just going to keep getting in the way now too. And I got two different ones, so I'm not sure which one. I bet it's on the label. Hold on. There's a label over here somewhere. Nope, it doesn't say. So I decided I've never had a whole set before. So I was going to bite the bullets and buy an entire set. So I went looking around for them, and I got them over on HSN. These are the opaque. This is the opaque. So these are pigments. So again, I'm familiar with Archival and Tim Holtz. That's it. Yeah, jelly plate. I did not buy a jelly plate. No, I did not. But I'm really excited about these. These came, and the reason I got them on HSN is because you can get the whole set, and they have their, what do they call it? Flex pay? Yeah. Flex so, I mean, you can get the whole stinking set, and it's, I mean, you can pick your own flex pay, however many payments you want to do. And it works out like they're so affordable that way. Like totally affordable. These, I hope these are the ones I was after right here. The water reactive ones. Ta-da! These just make my heart so happy.
So water reactive, is that the same as Tim Holtz?
I'm not going to say they're the same because I don't see how they
similar.
Similar, yes. I think they will be, but I kind of hope they're a little different, because how fun would it be to have the oxides and then have these that are a little, that you can like, wouldn't it be fun if you could somehow figure out how to use them together? Like, slightly different effects on the same thing using the two different ones, I think that would be super cool. I'm like crazy excited for these.
Yeah, you're right, Jenny. I can tell you
These,
one thing about the pigment inks.
sure.
It's like they don't dry. You have to heat set them.
Okay, but these are the ones that you can use with embossing powders and stuff, right?
Well, you can use anything wet, I'm pretty sure, with embossing powders. Excuse me. But yeah, you could definitely. But usually, what you want to do is you want to use a clear with embossing powder, depending on what color you're embossing with. You don't want to use a color unless you're using clear embossing powder. Does
Gotcha.
that make sense?
Yes, because that's something I want to do. Um, I was going to try to come, I was hoping these would be here so we could play with them over the weekend, but since I have to do work first before I can sit down and totally run amok with these. But I want to pull out like
Are those
stamps.
Spectrum Noir?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I want to pull out stamps and I want to sit and play with the stamps and I want to see what does what. And somebody made me a fancy schmancy logo stamp that matches my logo up in the corner of the screen that she also created for me. So yeah, I really want to sit and I want to play and I want you guys to be here because I want to see like, because I thought that was that these took longer to dry and that I could put like different powders and things like that because I've never really been into embossing and all that kind of stuff. I'm very late to the party on those things.
Yeah, I just know whenever I used to do embossing, if I was using colored embossing powder, I
Uh-huh.
would use I would use a clear wet pad. It would be
Nice.
clear. That's all.
But you could do a colored ink and a clear embossing powder, right?
Yes, that's yeah. Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
You
So
could use
yeah,
triple
I'm like
thick.
super excited to play with these. I'm not gonna open any of them up until I come hang out with you guys, and then we'll see what they do. If I get all my work done, I might pop back on tomorrow night or Saturday, and we can play with these, and then I can bring ink pads and stuff, and we can play. And I don't know that I need. Because, like, even going into this, I was like, Patty, that's an awful lot of ink pads. I keep saying stamps. That's an awful lot of ink pads. I don't know that I need all of these. So if I decide there's colors in here I don't want, I may do, or not that I don't want them, that I won't use. Let's put it that way. I just want to play with them a little bit and see what I think. I may do them as a giveaway. But I want to pull my other ink pads that I have and then play with them again so that I can, because I need to learn the differences between them all, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know the differences between them because I've never paid attention to it. I just used what I needed for whatever project. And as long as it worked and I had the end result, I didn't really care the why. So now I'm kind of starting over and I want to understand the why things are working the way they work.
Christine E says you can do color ink and color embossing powder. It will intensify the color in most
Oh,
cases.
nice. Very
And
nice.
Lorna said, of course, we need all of them.
Right? Absolutely. Yeah, and you guys probably have ink pads coming out your eyeballs. I have more oxide ink pads than anything. I absolutely adore the oxide pads. Um, the distress, I still use my distressing inks, but not as much since the oxide. And I think it depends on, I kind of like to use them together, I guess, is how I'm using the distressings more now than I used to, is I'll use the oxides and the distress together. But like my other ink pads, I haven't touched them in so long. And so many of them are dry, you know, just all of that. So I just decided it was time to get it together. You know, there's things I want to do that I need some of this stuff that, like, you guys probably already have so much of this. So, like I said, I'm probably late to the party, which I know. Oh, Jenny, you would love the oxides. It's a slippery slope, let me tell you. I started out with all of the browns, I think. Like all the browns and like from creamy color to dark brown. I got all of those shades. And then I got and I don't know why, because I don't use a lot of the other colors, but I do have a lot of the other colors. And some of them I haven't even opened. So it was ridiculous. I shouldn't have gotten them because they're not my thing. Yes, Jackie, yes. We're all going to play. I want to spend the winter playing. I really do. I just want to turn on the camera. I want to bring stuff and be like, all right, you guys, so tell me how to use this. And it's like, that's what I want to do. So, I think it'll be
have
fun.
one or two come on that know what they're doing or have a more experience with the stuff.
That would be good. That would be really good. Look at Mare. I use oxides and new archivals and the clear Varsamark the most. What are the new archivals? See, I don't even know what those are.
Archival ink is permanent ink. Like SacredMementos.
Okay, but I don't know what she means by the new ones.
Oh, I don't either then.
Yeah, I have no clue. But see, like, I'm glad you said stays on, because like archival doesn't even stays on is like its own thing to me. Like
it's a permanent ink, but
Gotcha.
The archival is a permanent ink too. But
Nice.
the what do you call it? Name of it is called archival.
Nice. Very nice.
And you can get them in all different colors too.
Distress archivals, they are wetter. Nice. Interesting. So where do you find those at, Mare? Where would one find those?
Yeah, what's the brand name?
Oh, and Michelle's putting in that Tim has archivals.
Huh. Ranger makes them. Oh, okay.
Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So, anywho, like I said, I grabbed these from HSN because I could get the whole set. So if anybody's interested in the set, don't want to pay for them all up front, they've got a great payment plan for them. So starting with grunge things with yeah, they are with the calligraphy ink. They absolutely are. And most of the calligraphy inks and like India inks, I've kind of listened to this one. Yeah, me and Timmy, we go way back. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. So yeah, so that may happen very, very soon. If I can get all my work done tomorrow, I'll be back this weekend to play with stamps one night, or maybe in the daytime. We'll see. It was a great deal. It was. So I like it. So anywho, you guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight, and we'll be back either tomorrow or Saturday. Okay? Everybody have a good weekend, and let's get ready to play some more.
Good night,
Thank
everyone.
you, Mags.
Yep.